What were the space's challenges you had to work with?
Well, the biggest challenge was the reverb in the space, the way that it would affect the sounds that I put in the space, and blended them together, so it was difficult to differentiate different sounds. Well, my composition is a generative piece. That means the computer is making the piece, and it's changing all the time. And it's basically a constellation of different sounds that form into different groups. So things come back in different contexts. This is something new that I tried for this piece, partly because of the difficulty of the space. In a space like this, the sounds tend to blend, and I like to have more separation between the sounds, which allows very discordant sounds to occur simultaneously. Tried a more linear approach, and there are certain sounds which I'm calling main events, which are a bit more dominant than about 20 other sounds that are kind of continuously going.
Like maybe the steps would be one of them?
The steps and the sound of the singing, and the field recordings of the park, and the plumber's snake. And these sounds, I didn't want to interfere with each other, because as soon as I put two of them at the same time in the space, it would just become very difficult to differentiate them, and they sounded to me very unharmonious. Make a piece, I'll think about which of these can work. So I came with some ideas, some of which worked and some that didn't. Actually, I don't like to place a sound that I record in a particular area. Like, for instance, if I had gone out and made a recording here in Mexico City, I wouldn't want to put it in the space. But what I would like to do is to take a sound from another space that might resonate with somebody from Mexico City and put it in the piece.
Like you had some women voices?
Some women's voices. I mean, as I said, I live in Sunset Park, Brooklyn, and there's a large Spanish-speaking population there, so I used some recordings from there. In general, I found that very percussive, very rapidly percussive sounds did not work in the space, and I tended towards more sparse sounds, very kind of simple, punctuated sounds.